Hey, this is Badu from Brookdale Toyota, and I'm here to talk to you about the 2022 Toyota RAV4. This is definitely America's best-selling small SUV right now, and I'm going to really give you the reasons why. It starts with a very reliable 2.5-liter four-cylinder, coupled with an 8-speed automatic transmission, allows us to get pretty good takeoff, and when you get to the freeway speeds, helps the gas mileage. A ton of safety features with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, standard on this vehicle from the LE all the way up to the fully loaded models. And that's going to give you a radar and a camera that can scan the road in front of you, warn me if a vehicle in front of me is slowing down dramatically or comes to a stop, make small corrections to keep me in my lane, as well as give me better visibility by turning on my high beams and shutting them off whenever the vehicle encounters another one either coming at me or that I'm catching up to. So great styling. This particular model here is the XLE Premium. So if you're looking for something that's leather seats, has a few nice amenities without being all the way at the top, this is probably the model to get. The RAV4 comes with a lot of standard features. So every single one of these is going to have a large touchscreen that's placed pretty high on the dash, very easy to see. It gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And on top of it, you also pick up Amazon Alexa and Sirius satellite radio free for 3 months. The different packages we can get start from the LE. And again, all those safety features that we just talked about are standard. As you move up, it's a matter of adding things like the push button start, power driver seats. There are packages that would give me heated seats, heated steering wheel, moonroof, and then leather seats. So this particular one is an XLE Premium. And this is the first level where we're going to get the leather heated seats. And again, the optional heated steering wheel. Now this is the interior of the XLE Premium in the light gray interior. It is available with black or tan interior based on the exterior that you've picked. But take a look, it looks really sharp. Leather wrapped dash with really nice stitching on it. A lot of storage, look at that shelf right above the glove box. And then plenty of storage in front of the shifter, the armrest that goes all the way around. Memory seats in this one that can also be tied to your remote. So as soon as you grab the door handle to unlock it, it moves the seat to the position that you selected. A lot of room also in the back, so you can actually have adults in here very comfortably. And take a look. Floorboards pretty flat, so you can get 3 people across easily enough. And if it's a matter of having kids, car seats, and so on, not a problem at all. Extra USB cables in the back, as well as extra vents to get heat and AC to the cargo area, to the back area very easily. Now, as I mentioned, this particular one is the XLE Premium, but I want to show you here, it's a really nice back end on this particular vehicle, backup camera standard across all models, and we also have the option of another camera that's mounted up here inside the vehicle that can serve as your rear view monitor on some trim levels. At a push of a button here, we can open the gate, and you'll have access to it from your remote as well. And take a look, it's a great amount of cargo capacity, extra power supplies in the back, and that floorboard can be lowered about a couple of inches more if you have taller items, that just to make sure everything fits. We have a cargo cover that can be removed very easily, and I love how Toyota has designed these floor mats to also line up all the way against the back seats so that we're not damaging them if we have longer items, and we can keep the vehicle very clean. Now, while we're here, some of the things we can talk about, this vehicle is going to give you options for rear parking sensors on some of the other trim levels, and they're equipped with the ability to even stop the vehicle to prevent hitting any obstacle that's directly behind you. Not only does it give you a warning, if I don't react to the warning, it can even engage the brakes to hopefully avoid any damage there. Now, while we're here, one of the things we can talk about is also the all-wheel drive system. RAV4 has an all-wheel drive system that's extremely proactive. It tries to kick in before I know I'm in trouble, and you have the option of adding things like the torque sensing function on this vehicle. And what that allows me to do is whatever power comes to the rear, well, all of it can be directed into one tire or the other to make it really easy to corner or avoid an obstacle in an emergency maneuver. But also, if I have one tire that's on really slippery condition and another one that has grip, will give it all the power. Now, while we're here, we should also mention it can come with a hitch. and this vehicle will tow up to 1,500 pounds. If you do select the adventure and off-road models, that moves up to 3,500 pounds. And the hybrid models can handle up to 1,750 pounds. Now that we're on the inside here, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of this particular XLE Premium. It does give me the moonroof as a standard, and I can control it all from here. Just tilt and open all, and you can also have the control for all these individual lights. Down right here under this cover is access to one of the functions of Safety Connect, where I can, the push of a button, talk to somebody at Toyota to send help. And if an airbag were to deploy in my car while the service is active, they would actually come in and talk to me and see if they can direct help my way. If I do need them for roadside assistance or anything else, I can push the button and engage a conversation. Couple of different mirror options. This is just a basic mirror here. We have the auto dimming option with the garage door opener built in. And you also have the ability to engage a camera. I'd mentioned outside that rather than having this rear view mirror with potentially people sitting in the back seat blocking your view, well, that camera that's mounted on the glass will actually show you everything that's behind you. So I've seen actually a lot of people just drive with it on, and it's a really neat feature. As I mentioned, the screen here is pretty high up, and we have 7, 8, or 9-inch options with the JBL, which gives me excellent sound quality in here. And this is also pretty customizable. You have a lot of different screens you can run into from the home screen, but I wanted to point out Wi-Fi is an option if you want to sign up for it. And this one here has the remote connect option, that from an app, I'm able to lock, unlock, start the vehicle. But if somebody else is driving it, I do have the ability to put also a maximum speed at which they can drive. So if it's in valet mode, it can't go over 35 miles per hour. But if the kids are driving it, I can also get alerts if they get out a certain area or use it at a certain time. As we had said, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all standard. So connecting your phone via USB is all it takes. And then you can have your favorite map option, as well as having your favorite podcast and so on play right here from the screen and interact without having to take your hands off the wheels. Nice size vents in here. And then this climate control is very, very easy to use with the big knobs to make the adjustment for the driver, passenger, individual temperatures. A couple of quick things I want to mention on here. Toyota gives us the ability to shut off heating and cooling to the back seats if no one's sitting there. So on my commute by myself, no need to heat or cool the back. I engage this button here. And Eco Heat and Cool will chop off the extremes for heating and cooling, putting less of a load on the compressor and therefore giving me even better fuel mileage. And right below that, we have my heated seats. You can see high and low options, turn off traction, a little bit of storage here. Now down here, you have your electronic parking brake, and it can be set to automatically engage every time you put the vehicle in park and disengage when you put it in gear. I love the fact that it has a hold function here. So whenever you engage that, I can take my foot off the brake and have the emergency brake hold the vehicle. And then as soon as you start accelerating, it'll disengage. I find that awesome to have in the drive-thru. Down here, we have different drive modes. Eco to give me better fuel mileage, Sport to emphasize getting more power, and normal sitting right between. And the multi-terrain select here allows me to pick the different type of terrains that I'm driving on. Leather wrap steering wheel feels great. You can actually have the heat function activated, just a button on the left side here. A lot of controls for me to adjust the distance to the vehicle in front of me while I'm in cruise control my music, answer phone calls, and then interact with that 4.2 MID here. Now this particular screen is a 4.2 inch in the XLE models, but as I move up into the higher trim levels, we can get a much larger screen that actually gives us a lot more information. But on here you can see I get things like my speedometer can be shown, as well as my fuel mileage, distance to empty, and then a lot of these screens that will give me the electronic aids, the radio, and in here under the settings, I have the ability to not only turn on or off a bunch of these features, and some of them I will even be able to go in and customize them a little bit further, especially when it comes to all these alerts that I'm going to get and all the help that the car is going to give me. Now, all of these features are going to be available within different trim levels. So what we really need to do is kind of sit down and figure out what are the things that would be very important to you, and we'll be sure to match them up to the vehicle, knowing that Toyota has anything, the LE, XLE, XLE Premium, all the way up to a Limited. We definitely have a RAV4 to fit just about every need out there. Badu from Brookdale Toyota, I thank you for watching.